Well, howdy diddly dandy there, chums, as I, Captain Stephen X, and today I'm up on my fretty which means I may have some news. I do have some news. Okay, well, what I have is the Pets update is out. Freaking mind-blowing stuff, and there's a fantastic trailer. Heck yes, there is. So I'm going to fire up the trailer. I've had to put over a bit of a jingle in the background, but here we go. Execute the Mondo. Okay, so this is the trailer that came out earlier today, and it's all about No Man's Sky pets, and you can see there that pet has got some canisters on its back. Now you can change out all the different sorts of accessories that you put on your pet, and it may change what that pet may do. So if you put lasers on it, it's going to fire lasers and blow stuff up and maybe gather resources for you, whereas if you put on like a satellite dish, it may do scanning of the environments. So there's all sorts of combinations of tech that you can put, accessories, on your actual pet that you've got. So yeah, have a little play and see what works for you. Something that's a little odd about this trailer, chums, is we used to get a voice narration of a nice lady's voice talking over and telling us what to expect in the update. Or, in recent ones, we haven't had the lady's voiceover, but what we have had is text appearing in the corners to tell us exactly what was coming in the actual update. Yet this one didn't do that, so it kind of pushes people over to read the actual patch notes to find out exactly what the fudge is going on with this update, which is kind of cool in one way and not so much in the other, but then again, loads of people got access to the internet now, haven't they? So they can hunt it up if they wish. But yeah, really cool trailer, and it was unusual that it dropped after the update, which is pretty unusual. Now, what an awesome trailer that was. So yeah, I had to put over a jingle in the background, as I was saying earlier. But yeah, for the full thing, I'll put a card up in the top right hand corner that you can go look at over on Hello Games' channel. Heck yes, check that out. So anyhow, we also have some accompanying patch notes that come with this No Man's Sky Companions. Now, I thought this might be called No Man's Sky The Void, but yeah, I did put it out on Twitter, what people thought it would be, and there was a couple of people that correctly guessed Companions would actually be the name of the update. So congratulations, you guys. Okay, so this is pretty awesome in what it actually brings us. So any sort of pet that you can tame, you can now clamp on a harness and chuck on a load of freaking gear onto these little guys. And another thing, they may start off little, but they grow. So even if you do manage to find yourself a little baby creature in the wild, you can actually bring it up to adulthood. Or if you hatch a new egg, because that's another thing, and once you actually form kinship with these creatures, they lay eggs. Now you can incubate them in your suit, and they can hatch, and you get pretty much a like-for-like creature to the one that you found on the Planet. Apart from it will be a baby, and it will accompany you and grow into adulthood, which is really quite cool. Now some of the things that you can bolt onto the sides of these creatures, like you can see here, laser freaking cannons on your pets, or if you put a scanner on them, they may scan the environment. Sometimes they might dig up treasures for you or locate things of interest for you, like this one's doing. Freaking mental stuff. However, not only can you incubate these sort of eggs inside your exosuit, there is something new in the Nexus, and you can take your pets into the Nexus, which is really quite cool. All these pets have their own sort of personalities and traits as well, linked to the biome, but also linked to their own sort of personality, if you like. So if you do an emote or something, they may react to that emote in a particular sort of way, which is really quite cool. Yep. And they actually talk to you, so they put up little clippets of what if they've found something interesting. I mean, mine came up earlier and said that it found something cool. I went over, but I couldn't see what it had actually located. So it's a bit odd. I'm still getting used to it myself. But reading these patch notes, they interface with your actual emojis. So if you pull off an emoji, they may do something back. They react to things around them as well. So if there are other creatures in near proximity, they will turn and look at those other creatures. So they're like a little NPC companion that you can sort of build a little bond and relationship with. And you can have up to 6 of these with you at once. So there's like 3 slots that you get, well, there's 2 slots that you get given 3. Then the next one you upgrade is like 500 nanites. And the last one, well, the 6th one, was 10,000 nanites. And there's a few different sort of ones in between. So yeah, just unlock all of those and you can have up to 6 pets at the same time. You can see there that the last one on that image is still locked. Now, it does say you can rename your creatures, but I'm finding on PS4 and PS5, I can't rename the creatures. It won't actually let me. and I'm connected to the Discovery server, so I'm not sure what's going there. And as I was saying about these eggs that they actually lay, after 24 hours of being partnered with you, they may lay an egg if they're old enough. The children do not lay eggs, no. And yeah, you can ride some of the creatures. The smaller creatures you can't ride, but you can still have them as friends. Now, if you do take that egg and incubate it in your exosuit, it may hatch to be a similar sort of creature to what you had before. You can also give the eggs to friends, so you can palm them off to other people if you like, which is pretty cool. So people might share some of their rarer, cooler eggs, which is a really nice idea. I think that's going to bring a little bit more to the verse. However, the really intriguing part is genetics. So you can actually take this egg to a egg resequencer up on the actual nexus, and you can change up your pets, so you can put in all different sorts of organic materials into this egg resequencer, the gene resequencer, right next to Kronos, and you put in certain things may change your pet. It's like you can see there for undergrowth. They've put in some eyes, and it's going to increase or decrease their height, and it says increasing there, so I'd imagine it's going to make the creature larger, and different things may do different stuff. It's like there's dyes, so you might be able to change the colour of your creature as well. So yeah, you can make your own sort of creatures. So I'm going to be playing with this to see what results we get. Along with this has been a lot of patch notes there. Some are very noteworthy, but there's a lot of fixes to crashes and memory leaks on PS5, which I'm really super happy about. Since installing this update, I have not had a single crash. I did have something weird happen. I was in camera mode and someone sent me a friend invite when I was on the Nexus, and for the life of me I couldn't get out of camera mode or accept or decline the friend invite. I had to exit the game. And yeah, that was a bit weird, but that might have just been a one-off. But there we go. And also, like I say, I can't rename my creatures. I'll show you in a second what I'm on about. But there's a lot of improvements to the creatures' behaviours, their AI, and how they actually move around and things, which is pretty cool. And all large creatures, by the looks of things, or giant creatures, can now be ridden, which in previous iterations not all could. So this is brilliant. And some of the bug fixes there, I'm sure there's some there that may have really sort of, done your heading. Create base parts now require silicate powder rather than carbon to build. Okay, well that might not be so good, because that means you've got to dig holes to get that silicate powder. And if you dig too close to your base, it may not upload because of the amount of train manipulation. I think that's a bit of a silly one. I don't think they should have done that. So there's a couple in there that, yeah, don't make sense right now, but maybe they make, I don't know. We'll have to see. Anyhow, if you go over to the Quicksilver Synthesis droid at the moment, when he works, I mean, it was a bit bugged out there the first time I tried. Here you go, I hit him up. There's 3 new things to be unlocked. Now, Kurt over on the No Man's Sky Assistant app has done a bit of data mining for us, and I'm going to be putting up some of those data mined files in a moment. I'll let you know when that is, just in case you want to divert your eyes. Yeah, a bit of a spoiler coming up. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this pet update. But here you go, I'll show you. I'm going to try and rename my pets right now, because at the moment it gives them random assigned names, not from the names that they're already named on the planet. So this guy on my planet I actually called Stevie. It's given him the random name of Diplo. Brilliant, he's not a frickin' Diplo. So I try to rename him here to Stevie. And you can't see my message window, but I type in Stevie and I hit R2 to save my changes. Doesn't do nothing. So on PS5, I can't rename my creatures. No, I can't, so I'm stuck with whatever names they've got. Okay, so here we go. Here's the data mine stuff, so you may want to divert your eyes. So here we go. So amongst those was an awesome fireplace. This weird little thing here, and what looks like a storm crystal. And they're coming soon, I think. And looking at these titles, there's loads of titles that can be unlocked. And yes, that's thanks to Kurt from the No Man's Sky Assistant app. I'll put links in the video description. Okay, chums, well that's everything that I have got on this pets update. However, I have started a playlist. I will put a card in the top right hand corner of the screen now, so you can check out my playlist for all this pet stuff. Hope you enjoy that. But that's everything for now, and I'll put links in the video description to the actual patch notes, so you can go read on those. There's also the trailer. I'll put that in there as well, so you can see in its original format. You guys have been awesome, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye, goodbye, and goodbye again. I want to say a massive great big thank you for watching. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. And thank you to my backers over on Patreon and on YouTube membership. If you do want to support this channel, you could just not skip my adverts. That throws revenue down my avenue. Or stay with Captain Steve a little bit longer and hit something on this screen. Heck yes, and there's also merch on this screen now. Awesome!